First of all, let me say thanks. I appreciate the concern. I do understand that a video coming from you in this context, I can get where you're coming from. I don't think that my anger is detrimental. First, let me say that a lot of what people call anger when they see it in me, I think is passion. I think to a large extent, if I was male and had the same level and degree of vitriol, it wouldn't be seen as anger, but it might be seen as forthrightness. So there's something to be said for how much of it really is anger and how much of it is perception of anger. But for the part that is, let me just say, I don't feel like I'm being controlled or like they're winning, the religious institutions or the organizations that I fight against, cults and faith healing groups. I don't feel like they're winning. I don't feel like they're still controlling me in any way. I feel like I'm a thorn in their side. I actually feel very successful in my endeavor, even though I know religion, lack of critical thinking, following, problems in human thought aren't likely to be turned around overnight. I still feel like I can do some good. And I try not to get compassion fatigue. I try not to get so overwhelmed thinking about all the things that religion does wrong that I feel like anything I do would be a drop in the bucket. But even if it is, I still think it's worth making those drops in that bucket. So I don't think that my anger is unhealthy. I will say, I don't know how long-term my anger is. I only became an atheist a little over 2 years ago. That's when I found out that I'd grown up in a cult and everything else sort of followed from there. Anti-theism may be something that fades out. I doubt it. I doubt I'll ever quit fighting against the wrongs that I see. I doubt that my sense of justice will go away. But maybe the fuel will be a little different. Maybe I won't be quite so angry. I'll be a little more civilized and sedate when I talk about these things later in life. Who knows? But right now, I do know that it is very healthy for me to express my anger. I don't think that I have an undue amount of anger, or that the anger is hurting my life or controlling my life. But I think that expressing it is actively beneficial to me and by extension to my son. So while I don't know that I can answer the question, would holding on to anger be the best, healthiest thing for the long term, I'm not actually making that decision yet either. I'm making the decision that for now, while I'm still sort of doing an emotional purge, if you will, from all those years of not being allowed to have or express emotion, I think it's really important for me to do it now, and I do think it's the healthy thing for now. Long term, hey, I'm not even 30. I'm not really good at long-term thinking. Only 2 years ago did it dawn on me that the apocalypse is not right around the corner. So I'm still working on how to have long-term thinking. I'm still working on critical thinking. I'm still working on logical thinking and thorough thinking. So for now, being honest, just expressing myself, and right now myself is pretty pissed. I think that is the right thing to do. As time goes on, I'll reevaluate and see if my anger is doing more harm than benefit then. Thanks for your concern, and thanks for your support in a very backhanded way. Love you, Relax God Folk, and everybody in YouTube have great and godless and days as angry or mild as they are. Peace.